Big hood in the building. What up? How about the boys?
I can't even get excited right now.
Why not? Why can't you get excited?
How about the boys?
Spoke to your doctor.
We making noise.
I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Man, oh man. I didn't think we were ever going to start recording this.
Yeah, that
Production
was
team. What was going on there?
I mean, that was on us.
The one time we have a guest here.
That's on us, okay?
Not a good first impression. Boys.
we look on the video. We always look so professional when we bring in a guest in, and you guys kind of got a little bit of were you guys stage fright a little bit over there?
Well,
Like,
luckily, no one would know that if we didn't tell them. So.
yeah, but I have to sue you guys if I get a chance.
I wore a sport coat over here.
Yeah, but you're not actually wearing the sport coat at the moment.
I didn't think it would transfer to camera too well.
It's
so
too
that's
warm
what's
down
good.
here. He didn't want to look like me sweating all over the place.
That's right. Halfway through our setup, he decided to take it off because it just.
You know what though?
It's not
It
gonna win any
sounds
points.
great. It looks great. Everything went just to plan.
Look, we added 33% more technology today.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
So-
impressive. So let me introduce who we have here. We have our UK expert, Steve Daly from across the pond.
We don't have any sound effects to like give them a
Pew,
clap.
pew, 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 pew.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Hey, welcome.
Steve Daly from across the pond.
I like it. Thank you.
Hey, settle down, everyone. Settle down.
How's it going? Welcome on.
Pretty good, thanks.
So yeah, where are we? What are we doing right now? And where can they find us?
Oh yeah, I didn't even pimp myself out here.
Pimp your ride. bro.
I do the IG shout out. You can find us on Dallas Cowboys CanFan. That is Dallas Cowboys CanFan on Instagram. The fastest growing meme Dallas Cowboys page on Instagram. And AJ, what do we got on the YouTube web there?
On YouTube, it's just search Dallas Cowboys CanFan, and more and more episodes going up live. But we're working on ironing out.
We're breaking
the
YouTube already.
We're breaking YouTube already. So
Hammering down. So lots to talk about. Not too much Dallas Cowboys talk per se. We're kind of in a weird lull between free agency and the draft. Free agency's kind of already busted its nut, but we're going to be getting to the draft pretty quick. And we've kind of hammered home the draft quite a bit. But there was a bunch of stuff going on in the NFL. The biggest story was the rich bastards in charge of all the teams decided to, stretch their pockets a little bit more. And
About to get richer.
pardon?
About to get richer.
Yeah, they're gonna increase revenue. They're going with 17 games, and it's caused a little bit of a stir with the players and even fans. I'd say. What do you guys think about it?
Awful.
Yeah, it is awful. Like
It's money. That's what it is. It's money.
Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem like there's any logical reason behind moving to a 17-game season at all.
well, there is.
What is
The
it?
top 32 guys that own the teams are going to be making bank. They're basically getting rid of a preseason game. So there's going to be 3 preseason games, which everyone knows the preseason does not bring in any revenue.
no, the preseason doesn't. But if you're so financially, it of course makes sense. They're going to go to an 18-game season too. This is just the step.
This is the first
step to
baby
it.
step towards that.
The preseason games, absolutely. Usually your starters are playing 1.5 games maybe
Total, maybe.
total, and then that last game of the season is pretty much, or the last 2 preseason games for some teams are just kind of washes. But where it matters is for your prospects, your younger players who are fighting for a position.
Correct.
That's where they can really make their name. And so having one less game to do that, if I'm just looking at it from that perspective, right? But of course, the reason it was done is to make more money.
And there's actually been quite a few players, like Steve, you were saying, who was it that was pissed off?
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, what was he saying?
I mean, I read the headline. I didn't read the whole thing.
Give us the gist.
Welcome to the podcast.
He's not happy, right?
And the reason they're not happy is because a lot of these guys have a tough time getting through a 16-game season unscathed. So when you add another game, you're actually, I'd say, putting these players at, whatever it ends up being.
Listen, the way I see it is a short career just got shorter.
Oh, 100, especially as a running back.
Yep.
Like these guys already have, like if you're if you're starting running back at 30, you're I can't think of a saying right now, but at 30, usually running backs are done. So these guys want to get as many seasons in, and now if say over a 10-year span, that they're playing a whole extra season basically at 10 years. So it sucks for the players because even we saw last year with the COVID and the pandemic season, there were so many injuries to big name players, and I could just see that happening more with this extra game.
What do we think it's going to happen with our with fantasy football? Do you think we'll still get the cutoff? What is it, week 13?
That's it. I didn't even,
a good point.
I didn't even think about that. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. Maybe you'll play. Well, what is it? It's usually a game 13 playoff start.
I mean, we were discussing players' health, but now we're on the important issues.
Yes, fantasy football.
Fantasy football playoffs. So.
which even is more to it. Like, so actually, if they kept the same format, you wouldn't run into those situations in fantasy where your player's being sat if your team's running away with the season. You know what I mean? Like sometimes in fantasy, you worry about your championship game, which I'm never in, but you have to worry about one of your main players maybe being sat because their team is, 14-2 or 14-1 going into that 16th game. So that actually might help fantasy if they keep to the same format.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I'm trying to find these guys. I mean, it always
had all this stuff.
There we go.
Already, AJ.
I did. Now, there. This was Alvin Kamara's shit dumb as hell.
So I was pretty much on the money when I just said, he's not happy about it.
So, and that was to Adam Schefter dropping the news. Shit dumb as hell.
Here's the thing, though. You get me on a team. I probably, if I'm a third string guy, makes the team, I get an extra check a year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only in the NFL for 2 to 4 years. It's like, sure, man.
But all they're going to do, you're not getting an extra check. All they're doing is taking your salary and now dividing it over 17 games instead of dividing it over 16 games.
Is that true? Because
I imagine you're still...
No,
their revenue went up because of the games.
They will be, I don't know if it's 100% decided, but something along the lines of they're going to divide whatever you were getting paid per game, you're going to get that on your own. There may be a cap.
Does it change the salary cap?
It
would have to.
It would have to, yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
That's what it'd be. If it doesn't change the salary cap, they're going to be making the same. They'll just actually be making less per week.
It's going to probably, they would have to, and I think they might actually add a couple more roster players, and then that would increase the cap as well.
They're going to have to add extra guys.
Yeah.
Especially like they were talking, when they were first discussing this, they weren't even talking about a 17-game season. They were talking just straight going to 18 games. And then they were talking about how they were going to have an extra 5 or 6 guys because you're just going to get way more injuries.
See, so they don't even get an extra bye week with this. So going to 8 like that would, like, the way I always thought is you would extend the NFL season to 18 games, throw in an extra bye week for teams, and then get your 17th.
Oh,
or your 17th game. That's how I imagined it.
But no, they're going to just do one bye week and then play.
Yeah.
Because as far as I've seen, it's literally the go to a 17-game season is literally the only professional sports league where they're going to play an odd number of games.
Weird.
Which isn't, a reason not to do it, but it's just a weird
stat.
Yeah, weird, you know what I mean? Stat. It's like every season, ends hockey 82 or 84, MLB 182 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Premier League 38.
I wonder if that's just for tiebreakers and stuff. If it's just, you'd think an odd number would be better for tiebreakers. And the main joke going around in the Cowboys world, well, at least we won't finish 8-8 this year. But, I mean, we could still finish 8-8-1. So, but there was a lot of people posting that. So I thought that was kind of funny. Anyways, so we're all kind of unanimous, think it's dumb.
I mean, I just don't know. We'll see. I think
dumb as hell.
We're going to see.
Yeah, I don't know what the end game is. So
I think we're going to see increase in probably injuries, an extra game. And
because a lot of those guys, like you brought up with the preseason, a lot of these big names aren't even playing really till September. But now you're throwing in that extra game. They're going to have more tread on the tires, right?
Yep.
Theoretically.
How do you think that's going to – do you think obviously players health-wise is a big reason, but also stats for them. Do you think that –
it's going to butcher any records now?
Like is there asterisks? Is there going to be asterisks going
Someone's
forward?
going to figure out probably one of these websites or companies that have made their name, like StatsGen or NextGen.
PFF.
NextGen Stats.
Yeah. They're going to come up with some sort of...
They're going to extrapolate it over a 16-game season rather than a 17-game season.
That's what they'll basically... say this year someone's at 1,900 yards in week 16 or week 17. Well, they'll use it as if he doesn't break that 2,000-yard rushing mark by, the 17th week.
It's
not
not
the
as
17th game.
Right.
But if he breaks it in the 17th game, it's going to kind of be like, well, I mean,
He's a
yeah,
chump.
You got 2,000 yards, but you needed 17 games to do it.
He's dumb as hell.
Yeah, that shit's dumb as hell.
The other big NFL news is Roger Goodell himself believes that the NFL will be going to full
contact.
full.
Yeah, they got away from that years ago. I would
17 games and full
I
contact.
would love for them to go to full contact. No more of this pussy shit, man. I would love for them to go back to full contact.
Yeah, they're free range on wide receivers again.
Yeah, no quarterback roughing the quarterback. You can just fucking cream them. I would love that. Sorry, AJ, you finish you.
No, was just reading the sentence. Roger Goodell is expecting the NFL to go to full capacity for the 2021 season. Same start date though, so it's September.
Yeah.
Quite a ways away.
Right.
Ambitious.
So this is what I'm like. I don't know how they are in the States compared to Canada, but what are like the vaccination?
Very good compared to Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The vaccination rate?
Yep.
I
Like
think
they're way higher.
They're doing pretty good.
So like by September, maybe they have that 70%.
I mean, by September, Canada should be there.
Yeah. So I mean,
so
it's
the States obviously 10 times the amount of people, but I think they're vaccinating at more than 10 times the rate we are. So
yeah. Well, because Canada's only at like just over 10% right now.
yeah,
for their
3 million
for their
something.
first
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
So what's the States at right now? Are they at like 30%,
They
40%?
last I saw they were at like the 40s or 50 million, I think.
So what's that over 3? So that's over. So they're at like 25%.
Yeah.
the UK
A little bit
is
more.
Oh, maybe
a little bit
it's
less,
more.
like
Maybe it's
20%.
more.
20%. If they have 50 million.
Biden promised 100 million vaccines by his 100th day, and they did it in 58 days or something.
100 million.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So they're at like over 30%.
There's none of this. They're doing the 76-year-old to 80-year-old bracket.
It's just get in there, get it done.
Get in there, get it done. I think.
Oh, so you know what? Then this doesn't seem as crazy
no.
as when I first heard about the NFL allowing full stadiums. I thought kind of scoffed at the idea, thinking, well,
I mean, look at this. 31% have been given one shot, and then 18% have had the full vaccination. So
that's pretty good. By September, I mean,
you also have to consider with this too. It's the people who got sick, recovered. They're also, I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist, but they also have some sort of immunity there too.
And you don't need 100% of people vaccinated for herd immunity, right?
70%. So they're actually
Well, I think the only big concern is because of the changing variants. And again, I don't even read this shit, but I
Right.
think that's like something where it's like we just don't know if it could be another whatever. But
Well, now that we've looked at the numbers, I mean, it doesn't seem that unfathomable about having full stadiums, actually. Because what is it? It's April? What's that put us? April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months away.
and it's just it's ramping up.
They're just going to get more and more. Because even, like you said, even Canada's expected to have,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
all of us are going to be able to get it by the time.
I get it a little earlier than you, so it's good for me.
Because you're older? Is that why?
Just because he's English.
Because he's English?
Yeah.
They're giving all the Brits
I'll just walk in there and fucking take it. What are you
Yeah.
going to do about it?
But
We're too polite. Okay.
that is good news. I would love to get down to a game, and I mean, who knows if we're going to be able to travel at the time, but I would love to get down to a Cowboys game.
Well,
this year.
I mean, the best thing would be is that if they open up the borders to anybody who has the vaccine. So
you'll have to have the vaccine to go
for
across
sure,
the border.
for sure.
Or
I think you get a little
antibody.
card.
It's going to be like a
some
passport
kinda-
on your
yeah.
passport or something, I imagine.
Like a sticker on your passport that says, "Hey,
Probably.
Congratulations, you've been vaccinated."
Yeah.
Yeah. Jokes aside, it probably
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah,
realistically.
scary stuff.
Okay, so we did NFL stuff.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, the Cowboys talk is a little bit slim to nil right now. We kind of busted our load in free agency. And actually, Steve, you had a pretty good news story there. You did your research.
I did my
What was
research
that?
today in the car because I wasn't driving for once. And they signed 8 players on free agency, which
Franchise
is the
high.
most that they've signed in free agency for X amount of... I mean, I didn't research that much. It was X amount of years.
that's pretty crazy. I didn't know
Franchise
that.
history. Franchise history.
Yeah.
Which is, and you know what? The thing I like about it, and you'll get Cowboys fans are the biggest they're
I'm
just.
keeping my mouth shut right now.
You
Go
don't
on.
say it. I would because I'll probably agree with you, man. After opening this page, you get to talk with a lot of Cowboys fans, and some of them are just so heated about such weird shit. Like they're so mad that we signed these 8 guys instead of one. Like and they all wanted us to sign either Richard Sherman or Patrick Peterson, which that'd be great signing, but not for $10 million
For 1 year, Richard Sherman.
right? For
Like,
$10 million instead of getting 3 or 4 depth players. Like I just don't understand that, and that's what the Cowboys have always gotten into before. They go for that big name aging player. They pay him too much, and then he usually does fuck all. So I was stoked. I was stoked with these signings personally.
And so the other thing about the aging players though is you could go with like and I think when we were talking before the podcast, someone said that Belichick was saying that teams are made in the draft, not in free agency.
Which is true, but you build depth still with free agency.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing that Belichick also would go and which is why some of these guys are probably like, running their mouth saying that you should pay someone like Sherman.
I don't think half of them can read, so
well, I mean, the biggest thing is like so Richard Sherman paying him that much money, being an older player, no good. But if you play a player, I think it was who was it that Belichick brought onto the Patriots? Rodney Harrison, I think it was.
100%.
So not expensive, not expensive. Was great for the 1 year. Did what he needed to do.
Oh, he was an awesome pickup.
But yeah, so there's that scenario too. But I mean, a Sherman, if you're gonna blow your load on a.
I mean, I'm not knocking Richard Sherman. I have his jersey, right?
Seahawks
the Seahawks jersey.
Yeah.
But I think there's better money to be spent. Using him as an example.
Yeah, he's over the hill. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
starting Richard Sherman. You're not bringing him in and expecting him to shut down a receiver.
I think you bring him in when you realize you are going to be the second or the third cornerback on the team, right? Like, or even the second safety, whatever. Like, I want him on for his experience for the young guys.
Yeah, 100%.
But if Sherman was $10 million roughly, has he been signed yet?
No, but Patrick Peterson, kind of in the same boat. He got signed by I don't even know who, but he got signed. I think the Vikings. He got signed, and it was $10 million for the year. That's too much.
All of these 8 guys cost the Cowboys $12.7 million.
Exactly. So they got, let's say they got 7 guys then, basically for that price. And even if 2 of them end up being good and being good rotational players, that's worth it. You got
still cheap for.
You got 2 players instead of 1.
Yeah.
And this is what brings me back to like last week when we were talking about who the Cowboys are going to go for. They haven't made any moves at cornerback, which kind of points to them taking a corner at number 10.
Is that what they are, number 10?
Yeah, they're number 10, and we went through a couple mock drafts, and it looks like Surtain's going to be their guy.
In the draft. First round pick.
Yeah.
Do you feel with these free agents though that they have just to turn you right back around and come back to this conversation? Do you feel that they are improved? The Cowboys are improved from these.
I do, yes. I 100% think that they've improved their defense. Most of the pickups have been defensive players, and I think they have shored up the defense a bit. I mean, it wasn't hard to. Their defense was absolutely fucking awful last year. Sure. But I do think they've gotten better.
Okay, so where could they? There was 2 other articles that we were looking at. One was the RG3 article, and then there was also Kyle Pitts, tight end. He had his pro day. Which one do you want to?
Well, the RG3 thing's kind of interesting to me just because the Cowboys are in the market for a backup quarterback now that the Red Rifle went away. But I don't know. I'm sure you guys have the same thoughts as me. But
here, pull your mic down just a little. Just down a little.
Down a bit.
Down there, better.
People can't see your beautiful face.
Down, is this better?
That looks great. That's perfect.
Beautiful.
Wait, do I need to put mine down? Can you see?
No.
Could you actually move? Could you move? Could you move yours up?
Can you
have a bigger
move
one?
it up?
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just leave it. It's fine.
The Cowboys are looking for a backup quarterback, but I'm pretty sure you guys had the same opinion as me. I don't want it to be RG3. I think he's done.
Oh yeah, get him the fuck out of here. I mean, great.
Drop.
It's like what we talked about Teddy Bridgewater as a great backup.
I would love
choice
Teddy
last
B's?
week, right?
Yeah. I don't think the Cowboys could afford him.
No, of course, but an RG3, no. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't think he would work into the Cowboys system, anyways.
No, he was good as a backup in Baltimore because he could run that same kind of offense that Lamar Jackson runs. I think he'd be terrible in Dallas. Maybe RG3 his first 2 years before he RG need it.
So
But,
where would you put him if you had to put RG3 as a backup? What team would you put him on?
third string somewhere?
What team though? Like
I
what
mean,
team
I'd
would he
take him.
fit?
I'd take him as a third string for like $1 million for the veteran minimum.
I don't know. I'd take a McCown brother over him.
Edmonton Eskimos.
Seriously.
You got our listeners thinking,
Guys,
what did that boy just say?
he was drafted. Yes.
said, God damn, what did he say?
Hey, what are you saying? Edmonton Eskimos? Actually, they're not even Edmonton Eskimos anymore, though.
No, they're not.
Oh, is that? Can I not say
Edmonton
that?
football team.
The Edmonton football team.
Oh
It's
my
like-
God!
It's
Did
like
they
the
act-
Washington
Well,
team.
he was in Washington, so
Did they
they would
actually
be
go?
a natural fit, right?
It is just the Edmonton football team.
He was drafted. Sorry, Robert Griffin III. RG3 was drafted in 2012.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Dude,
English guy knows his stuff.
You know what's crazy
He had a
about
good rookie year as well.
the
Yeah, man.
they
Yeah, he was the guy everyone wanted
Dude,
RG3.
watching him that year,
One of
watching
the
him that
best.
Yeah, it
year,
was amazing. Yeah.
I was thinking we are fucked for the next decade. I remember watching him and Alfred Morris thinking the Cowboys are absolutely fucked.
Yeah, until he did the stanky leg in the end zone.
Legged it. his rookie year actually, I think
Technical
that was against
Here was
Dallas actually, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I could pull it up. Let's look at his.
Okay, we're
I mean,
bringing
if
the
it
stanky
was,
leg. Let's
then-
do it.
I think it honestly
No,
was.
that
It
was-
was either
yeah.
against Dallas or it was after they knocked Dallas out.
It was.
in
It
playoffs.
wasn't that he got hurt. It was he came in after. So he got injured.
Yeah.
Went out. Came back in
Oh,
looking
look
like
at
a
that.
broken little chicken leg.
No, okay. They had knocked
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, they had knocked the Cowboys out. It was the Cowboys versus Washington to see who played Seattle. Yeah, look at this. Oh, on a fucking missed snap too. What a way to go. That
that's-
changed his whole career, man.
Yeah, career ender, basically. Yeah.
And like you said, it wasn't
Come out with the ball.
it wasn't the fact that he got hurt. It was he tried to play before he was healthy again.
Yeah.
Play one more
I
time.
feel
Play
for
one more
the.
time.
You do
we're
feel
gonna see
bad
that.
for the
We're
guy
gonna
because
see
he
that.
was his rookie year, man.
Yeah, he was amazing.
I
Yeah.
remember watching his very first game against the Saints at Major Leagues, and he just tore them apart.
He was Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson
but
was Lamar Jackson.
could throw even better.
Yeah, and can throw better, yeah.
Now, it's a lot of the there's toughness in the game. That's not. I'm not saying he's not tough from that. I mean tough. Like your body's just endurance.
Yeah.
Something that
Okay,
you
here we
can't
go.
train necessarily. I
Here we
guess
go right here.
can have such an
Jason-
effect on a player. Hey, even their.
And he's already wearing
He's
a
already
knee brace.
wearing
He's
a
already wearing a
brace,
knee brace on that knee, and that's what we were saying. That knee was already fucked up. That knee was already fucked up, and then he came out with like probably a partially torn ACL or something.
Yeah,
Well-
that's a bad
One
luck
more.
of the draw.
This is gonna be a good
This is
view.
the last one.
Oh, jeepers! That you can feel that, dude. When it just dummies you onto the ground like that.
It's just funny that like, well, it's not funny, but it's not funny. It ruined that guy's career. But it's like, of course, of course, a botched.
Of all things.
Yeah.
It's always on a weird, and those are the worst injuries are the non-contact injuries, right? When no one's even near you and it just gone.
But you're right, you can't train for that. You know,
There's nothing you can do.
no.
But he was playing on a hurt knee already there. He had the
hate
knee
myself
brace.
anymore.
He had the knee brace, and he probably shouldn't have been in there, but it was a playoff game. And you know what? You're a rookie. You're like, fuck that. I want to win here.
It probably was a bit of the coach's decision to say, hey, let's put him in.
Yeah.
Or he wanted to go in. Like you need to know your quarterback or your star is always going to want to go in. You got to protect them from themselves.
Those
at that
guys,
time.
the reason they're in the NFL is because that's how they all are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, you don't get there from.
You don't get there. Their mindsets are usually on another level. They're not, oh yeah, my knee, put a brace on it, let's get the fuck back in there. Which always makes me wonder about doctors, how much say they have. Like, are they able to just shut you down?
Probably more so now than
Now?
back
Like
in
even
the day.
8 years ago?
Yeah.
But you're
9
going to
years
want
ago?
a doctor who can really find that fine line of like, okay, you're going back in and I shouldn't let you, but it's because we're going to rest you for 2 weeks after this. Right?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
So I know concussions, the concussion protocol, that's pretty much if you have a concussion, you're
Yeah.
fucked. Which
Yeah.
10, 15
Now,
years ago,
yeah.
10, 15 years ago, all those guys were running around probably with concussions. But I wonder with like a knee injury, how that works.
Well, Drew Brees was on Dan Patrick talking about his rib injuries, and he injured his ribs in the week before, breaking whatever. He broke 9 or 3 the first time.
Right.
They were still broken. He wanted to come back in, came back in and played, and then got hit again, and that's where he broke the other 9 or 3 for a total of 11 broken ribs, punctured his rib.
Fucked.
And the only reason he came out is because he went in at halftime, and he was like, I can only throw 15 yards. He would have been willing to continue.
If his body...
as opposed to the 16 over the course of his career.
Yeah, he tells Peyton that. Peyton's like, okay, so we're ready to go then?
Yeah, well, just check down. But that brings me back to this. It's such a fine line. Does the player get to say, no, I'm going fucking out there? Or, like, whose decision is that? It's got to be the doctor, because these guys are going to play no matter what.
What movie is that movie?
Any Given Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Well, you know, it's like...
It's
Shark? Are you talking about Shark?
Talking about Shark.
He had $1 million bonus on the line.
Come on, give me. You got some more of that? Give me another shot in the knee.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Doc. And you get it's James Woods plays the doctor who's been on the team for years.
LT plays Shark.
Lawrence Taylor plays Shark, but there's a bunch of players who, and even the great Dennis Quaid, who's playing Cap Rooney. And they're also getting like injections in their knees, like cortisone shots. Cortisone shots. And then when James Woods gets thrown off the team for doing shady shit, Matthew Modine gets brought in as like the young kind of doctor who's like really, I'm gonna do everything to practice, and that's where Shark starts to like push him and be like, come on, just give me another shot, and then so I think it's a little bit of both. You gotta, if you're on big games on the line and you're trying to win, the doctor is probably gonna say, from my professional opinion, you shouldn't be taking this.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't have the final say.
No,
so
I don't think so.
No.
One thing. Sorry, AJ. Before we push past Any Given Sunday, I saw that for my 11th or 12th birthday at a Cineplex. So you're thinking of this giant screen.
Spring Break.
And all I can think about is the scene in the locker room where a young 11-year-old Anthony is seeing this giant man penis and thinking, what the hell is going on?
Cameron Diaz walks in.
Cameron Diaz walks into a locker room, and there is the biggest... It's like Barry from the meme.
Yeah.
But it's fake, right, guys?
It's
fake,
hoping.
right?
No, it's real. For sure it's real. Have you never seen Any Given Sunday?
Of course I've seen it.
Okay.
It's the only reason I moved to North America, to find this giant penis.
Well, you moved to the wrong place.
I'm still looking in this room.
Guess what? But it's because it's cold in here, so that's why, right?
Yeah. Can you guys see in the cameras? None of us have our pants on right now.
The other thing we had written down here, draft worthy or off season worthy for the. Well, this is draft worthy, but is this Kyle Pitts? Have you guys heard about this guy?
He keeps popping up.
He's this tight end. He ran.
But your writing looks like Wiley Pitts, so
that would be a better name for him if he's
Wiley Pitts.
Wiley Pitts.
Go check out his pro day. Is this it?
I don't know if this is his actual pro day. Let's see.
No, that's way too long. Fine.
Oh, this is just two idiots talking football.
You guys looking in a mirror over there?
They've only got 2. Wow.
Yeah.
What a shitty setup.
Yeah, we doubled them. Just YouTube it. Kyle Pitts pro day.
His pro day.
They actually show him run the 40 this time, and he actually clocked in this time at 4.44. 4.44.
Damn, dog. I'm guessing it's going to be his first things that he is doing here.
That's fast for a tight end, right?
Really fucking fast. There's only one player.
That wasn't a question. I'm an expert from the UK. That was a statement.
Yeah, like
okay.
You'll hear it here.
I mean,
he's not built like a tight end. He's built like
a really big wide receiver.
Yeah.
The only person that's ran a faster 40 at his size was Calvin Johnson.
And there is
so that's some pretty good.
There is some rumors about him going to Dallas. There's some chatter. There's some chatter.
Remember how we were talking that he looked kind of slow in that one video? Like he is not slow.
It's because
was it on half speed?
Maybe.
Yeah. Is there a lag from the intranet? No, there's not.
Like he looks like you said, he looks like just a mass. He could probably play wide receiver, honestly.
So why would they keep a guy like that as a tight end? Do you think
Because he can block.
Okay, so you don't think he's going to get put into the system and then they'll move him over to like
No,
a wideout?
he'll be better in the mid, like work in the middle of the field.
Linebackers
are going to have to cover him, and a linebacker cannot. Imagine Jalen Smith trying to cover this guy.
I have a question. Is it a common thing where people come out of college and get drafted and change position at that time?
What usually will happen is you'll get a quarterback who's really fast
Athletic.
and very scrambly, and then they'll toss him into a wideout.
Once they join an NFL team?
And it's it's rare. It's rare that it's like a top pick. It's usually like a guy that's like a fourth, fifth,
Third or
sixth.
fourth round?
Yeah, like later in the draft. Because they're just so fucking athletic. Like Wes Welker, he was a quarterback in university.
Oh, really?
It's easiest for them to go from quarterback to wide receiver
because they know the routes.
They already know the route tree and they already know the position kind of.
Same thing. Right. Cornerback to wideout could also happen as well too, right?
Or you'll go wide receiver to
cornerback.
Yeah.
Going off topic a little bit. That's why sometimes strikers in football,
real football,
soccer. Make good wingers because they know where the ball needs to be.
Yeah, because they already know that you know the position.
Yeah.
Just because you're not playing it at the time doesn't mean you don't study it.
Yeah.
So that's exactly why quarterbacks you'll get like sometime a weird one is if you get a really athletic defensive end, he might and he can catch, he'll become a tight end.
Because of the size.
Or another big one that it's actually intersports, you'll get a really good basketball player who then ends up becoming a really good tight end.
Yep.
A la Antonio Gates, a la...
That's often.
Who's the other one?
It's interesting to see how many football players, because they're so athletic, played basketball in high school, and baseball.
Oh, 100%.
Well, you'll get a lot of them that'll make the decision. Am I going to go?
You could decide, like Russell Wilson, he could have played baseball.
Oh, easily.
They made a decision to go to football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just so athletic. Like, they're just, there's no one even close to being as athletic as these guys. And with like tight ends and basketball, you're basically blocking guys out, right? You're just basically using your big body to block a defensive player out.
Yeah.
And this Kyle Pitts guy is very LeBron James-esque, like built. He's 6'6", 244.
Do you think
he ran 4.44, which is insane.
Do you think he can dunk?
Fucking right. I would.
What was his vertical? What was his vertical?
I would be surprised if he couldn't.
Off of him.
No, we were basically just seeing if I just wanted to look more at Kyle Pitts because I'm starting to kind of favor him. If he's still available at 10, it would be so hard to not take him.
I just brought up a list of these college basketball players turned NFL tight ends. Not to say that they didn't play college football, but
the crazy thing is Antonio Gates,
Jimmy Graham, Tony Gonzalez, Darren Fells.
Adam can attest to Darren Fells.
Read the top one
this year.
Read the top one there.
Yep.
Antonio Gates literally did not even play college football.
Only basketball, yeah.
Only basketball, and he's like one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history.
Yep.
And now
there's a cowboy. There's
Mo
a cowboy
Alley
up there,
Cox.
Rico Gators.
And it's crazy that Tony Gonzalez was also. I wouldn't expect him to be a basketball player.
They were all really good. Yeah, really good basketball players. And then who was the other guy I just saw in there? That remember Julius Thomas with Peyton Manning there for a couple years? Yep. He was just on fire.
Yeah, Julius Thomas.
Right? The couple of years with Peyton, he was just.
It was with Peyton, so.
Yeah, that was obviously the reason because I think he went to the Jaguars after and just not find the same success.
Yeah, he had 12 touchdown passes in both 2013 and 2014. That's pretty.
And then fading out, and then he faded out a little bit.
Okay, before we wrap this up, we had a actually I don't know the position. Keanu Neal,
safety, that hard hitting guy, moving up to weak side linebacker,
and he had the number 22 is what he's played with,
which is a no-go in Dallas.
Can't wear that. So
Emmitt Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith, retired number. You're not getting on the field with that.
No 22.
There's 3 other numbers on the within the Dallas Cowboys organization that you can't. These jerseys are a no-go.
Okay.
So, Anth.
I'd say 12.
Okay, 4.
Who?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Come on.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Why can't I?
Come on.
Hang on.
Captain America. Fucking. Oh my God.
Come on.
I can see his fucking face right now.
Yeah, you can.
You got to get the number and the name.
Let me move on. I'm gonna say
move
8.
on.
8.
Yep.
Troy Aikman.
Yep.
12. Oh, man. I'm going to get fucking slagged for this so fucking bad.
Oh, man.
Captain America. He's like the greatest cowboy to ever play.
I'm pretty sure I've been brought here under false pretenses that this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to America's team.
This is fucking killing me.
The Canadian who's supposed to know who the America's team, Captain America.
Why can I see his fucking...
I'll tell you, he shares the same name as El Presidente of the NFL. First name.
Yeah. Roger fucking...
Oh, well done, Roger, yeah.
Why can't I get it? This is so bad. I literally just posted about him, too. Anyways, I'll come back to him.
Okay. And the third.
Third. I'm trying to think here.
No, you're all rattled from...
I am. I'm all fucked up.
This one's tough.
And you know what? This is the greatest thing about this is this is going to be kept in.
Is it offense or defense?
Number 3 is a defensive player. I'm pretty sure.
It's number 3?
Sorry, no.
Don't
look
look
at
at
this.
I was like, is
number three
I was
as in the third person you can't get.
Why can I not think of Roger's last fucking name? He has the fucking Hail Mary.
Get it off the screen.
Don't look at this. Don't look at
Oh, you had it going?
Oh, can I interject with who I think it is?
Yeah.
Bob Lilly.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Mr. Oh, you saw it? Mr.
So what?
You saw it up there? Or did
Where?
you actually know? Fuck off.
No, I knew. I did
Yeah,
my
no, Bob
research.
Lilly's Mr. Cowboy. Defense player.
Mr. Cowboy.
He was
Defensive
I think he
tackle.
was their very first draft pick, actually.
Bob Lilly, in college, he wore number 74, and he was Mr. Cowboy, who Mr. Cowboy fan couldn't think of.
Cowboys CanFan. Roger, all I want to say right now is Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell. Hey,
Roger Staubach.
Roger
Yeah,
the Dodger.
Staubach. Thank you. Fuck
Roger
me.
the Dodger.
God damn it, is that embarrassing.
Feels like
It feels like
there should be more Cowboys numbers.
Do you want to
Well,
wear? Do you want to wear my Raiders?
You would think you would. Hey, Ad, name one Raiders player right now.
No.
No, but
This is a Dallas Cowboys.
they're pretty
CanFan
good for not
podcast.
like 88's a pretty coveted number, but I kind of like that it's passed down. You know what
Sure.
I mean? Like
And-
it gets passed down, which is kind of cool. I mean, Staubach obviously he had 2 Super Bowl wins and was in another one, and then Aikman won 3. So it's tough to let other people wear them after.
Who? Okay, so who had it before Irvin? Michael Irvin.
Oh my God, he just got voted into the fucking Hall of Fame this year.
Okay, we're definitely ending it after this because you are
Look it up.
rattled.
Chris Carson.
No.
Chris Carson was on the Minnesota Vikings too.
CD Lamb had it.
CD
first.
Lamb.
No, just kidding.
Des Bryant and Michael Irvin.
Yeah, and then that wasn't the first guy.
Didn't
though.
get Des Bryant.
No, that wasn't the first one. It was he was the one on the receiving end of the Hail Mary. Yeah, there he is.
Drew Pearson.
Drew Pearson. He just got voted in the Hall of Fame this year.
The original.
And actually, he had waited. It was pretty. There's some pretty good videos. It's actually kind of heartbreaking. He waited. He's been like a finalist for like the last few years, and every year he's been snubbed.
Was this year last year?
No, he still had time, but this year he finally made it in. So it was a pretty good video. But like last year he got snubbed, and he fucking just tore the NFL up.
What did he say?
Oh, he was just pissed. He was like crying, and all his family was there, like hoping that he was getting brought in, and it was pretty shitty.
That kid from Canada doesn't even know my name.
Drew,
Like, I'm so mad right now.
Which is fine. Hey, that's why we got the Google. I grew up in the Google world, bro. Right? I think of something, I quickly Google it.
That's the problem with why you can't recount.
It is. I can't.
I think you grew up more in the Yahoo world
Yahoo
than Google.
But hey, Steve Daly, our UK expert who knew more about Cowboys shit than me, thank you for coming on. And maybe next week we'll get this fired up before 4 o'clock. Anyways, we'll let Big Hud take us out here, boys.
What up?